Whenever I post anything anywhere, I get comments like, "Oh my god, you're so good, and I suck, I'll never be as good as you. How did you get so good?" First of all, thank you. I am nowhere near done with the get good, but thank you anyways. Second of all, the secret is, first, you have to suck at the thing you're trying to do and fail a lot. A lot! I was actually probably the worst person at drawing in my elementary school art class. So in this video, I'm going to be showing all of the multi-animator project parts I've ever made, minus the ones I couldn't find. I've uploaded my animations to YouTube pretty much from the very start, so we're going to be looking at them from oldest to newest. Some content warnings, cartoon blood and gore and death, some swears, some suggestive humor, some flashing and eye strain, and a singular animation of a cat vomiting. Some of these parts either do not have any audio or I couldn't have it here due to copyright, so I'm going to be providing some commentary as well. My first parts are from 2014, so I was 13 years old at the time of making these. I couldn't include some of my very earliest parts because I had plastered my full legal name at the very center as a watermark. These earliest map parts were all made with Scratch, which, for those who don't know, is a coding website mainly for children. I would screen record the animations I made there and then edit them in Windows Movie Maker. I used Scratch because it allowed me to edit my animations a bit, but because Scratch isn't made for animating, these early animations are all very pixely. I actually had to slow these down to 10% speed manually in order to screen record them properly, and I would then speed them back up while editing. Since I didn't know how to draw, I was taking a lot of inspiration from the SSS Warrior Cats art style, but I didn't understand how the style actually worked or what went into it. You can see here that I gradually moved from using Scratch to using GIMP, which is another free program. I would basically export each individual frame of the animation, including the background, and edit them together, still in Windows Movie Maker. I would still attempt to tween this way, but it doesn't look the greatest, as you can see. You can pinpoint the moment that I watched Nifty Senpai's animations. I fell in love with the vibrant colors and the anime-esque effects animations. Though, once more, I didn't quite know how to replicate those in my own animations. You can probably see that I had trouble with shading my animations. And that's because for the longest time I didn't really understand my drawings as anything other than 2D shapes. That makes shading very difficult. This map part didn't end up being used in the final project because at this time my English was still not the greatest and I had trouble communicating with the map host, who wanted me to send a file of my part to him. Of course, a lot of these maps just never got completed at all. This is a good example of my attempts at tweening when I didn't have an editing program other than Windows Movie Maker. Oh, also, I'm still drawing with a mouse at this point.
Like Jonah will be swallowed whole and spat back teeth and bones. Maybe you've heard of a terrible place where the scoundrels of Paris collected in there. I'm a madcap baby, worked hard for my name, and you'll be remembered as just some watery stain. Oh, you'll be taken apart.
god, it's a human. I wish I had tried drawing humans some more, since I now know that ironically one of the main things that has made me better at drawing in general has just been drawing things other than cats every once in a while. It can be easy to get stuck if you do the same thing over and over again, but I was discouraged from trying to draw humans because I wasn't really used to it and didn't like how my drawings turned out. I got bullied a lot for a lot of these earlier animations, by the way, by both online people and sometimes real-life people also. I just had a really thick skin somehow and kept posting these regardless, and I'm really glad that I did, because it means that most of my animations have been preserved online.
So tell me what, tell me what.
Blood lies within the chamber.
I wonder. What's going
Only closer. On your nose, like mangoes, they balls and carry. And it's like,
Don't feel sorry for me. I've lived 9 times the life that you could ever dream.
turn your social life around.
And then I found out. Single, he told me. Single my ass. Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know?
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty.
He's so cute, I can feel his heart racing.
About time we had a brand new plaything.
Fall for the same empty answers again.
But if you found me, where did I come from? Why was I left here?
This is the point that I got a drawing tablet. We're just entering 2016 when we started at 2014. So I now have been animating for almost 2 years. I'm 15 this year, and at this point I acquired a drawing tablet. The programs are still all the same.
It's hard to overstate my satisfaction.
Let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth.
And I think it is around here that I got my first paid program, Movie Studio Platinum 13, which is the same program that I still use to edit my videos today. I was trying out the things I could do with it a lot, as you can probably see from the map parts from around this time.
Sometimes the heart speaks loud.
I saved up and I bought some land, cause I can't stand living in a dirty town. Yeah, I pinched my pennies and I put them down, and I washed my hands of a dirty town.
Life and death and love and birth and life and death and love and birth and life and death and love and birth and peace and war on the planet Earth.
Okay, we need a catchy hook. Something like, well, she's a rip-tide queen and she's super mean.
If you ask, don't tell me not to.
I may be tidy and alone, but I will stop until I'm aliveness. It's over.
I did a lot of rotating in my animations during this time. I think it helped me figure out the 3D forms what I was drawing somewhat, but I still hadn't quite figured out shading.
You don't know, you're a poor unfortunate soul.
Oh, gore warning for the next part. This is my first ever Halloween map part.
She saw the beauty in everything, both you and me and this world.
Ever so slightly, daily and nightly.
Shouldn't be wild, shouldn't be wild. If you're beast in the headlights.
Oh lord. So you can probably see something strange happening with my style during this time. We're now around the beginning of 2017, the cats are becoming a lot less round and simplistic. I'm trying to give them more quote-unquote realistic proportions, trying to make them look a little bit more serious. Sometimes this makes them look really uncanny, but it does get balanced out over time. I think this was the first part I made that really got a lot of attention. It's obviously going to be copyright claimed because, well, you know, Hamilton, but I remember it took ages to export this.
Like this hybrid, this mix of a man who couldn't contain himself.
I know you don't like me, and I just want the world to see the piece of shit you are, Mr. Pudge.
We'd have a family.
Shouldn't be wild, shouldn't be wild. If you're beast in the headlights.
Here I think I was really beginning to figure out how physics work. You can see a lot of bounciness that I sometimes maybe use to a fault. I also really like how my use of colors and dimension is developing during this time.
To the other space where you belong.
Ooh,
I really miss the days when like 5 seconds of copyrighted music would not get the entire video claimed. We're entering the year 2018 and I'm going through some weird phase with my backgrounds. You can see that I'm still having trouble with shading, but it's starting to get better.
Gonna go downtown and arrest some crime. And I can't remember the reason why, but I'm outside.
Underneath my skin is a permanent.
Be among the mighty, you caged at my command.
I lose my mind, and now
You could even get a proper warrior's name.
But I like my name.
Oh, I didn't mean...
My name means a lot to me.
Un jour t'achètes, un jour tu aimes, un jour tu jettes, mais un jour tu payes.
Reason number one, I'm super high. Reason number two, she's super nice. Because I'm single, S-I-N-G-L-E, love me.
Rare humans drawings. I don't like this map part, but I really do wish I hadn't been discouraged from drawing humans so easily.
You're still holding on, but please let go of me.
She's so.
People forget I'm human too. Yes, they do that.
God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me.
Alright, it's 2019 time. I am not yet 18 at the time of making this part since my birthday is in April, but will soon be. I'm trying to figure out at which point I switched to using FireAlpaca instead of GIMP. At this point I'm definitely still using GIMP since I can recognize these brushes. I think maybe I used GIMP for this year still and only moved to FireAlpaca, which is another free program, at the start of 2020. There's a lot of map parts missing here in 2019. I'm sure they're still on YouTube, but for whatever reason they just weren't on the list. So there's maybe a bit of a leap in quality here. We're in 2020 now! I was experimenting with this thinner line art here. 2020 was also a good year for me trying out drawing things other than cats.
Shh. Reach out the car window, trying to hold the wind. You tell me you love her, I give you a grin.
小さな夢は考えて考えて、そしてついに思いつきました。
Can you ride on a broomstick to places far distant?
Familiar with candle, with book and with bell.
Were you Whittington's friend?
The Pied Piper's assistant? Have you been an alumnus of heaven?
So I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17.
And now we're in 2021. I'm not sure if there was missing parts this time, or if I just didn't make as many map parts in 2020 as in the previous years. This is the year that I started university. The This is Halloween map part isn't here because I'm not putting any of the parts that have components made by other people in this video either. So no storyboarded map parts and no collabs. This is just because it would get a little painful trying to credit all of them.
Hey, Squidward!
Huh?
I know, I know, save your strength and...
This ain't build a bitch. You don't get to pick and choose different ass and bigger boobs. If my eyes are brown or blue.
Надоело плакать, надоело мне страдать. Все равно не выйдет свою смерть предугадать.
We're already in 2022, so the current year, and I'm 21 years old. I haven't made that many map parts this year, but the ones that I have made I am very, very happy with.
It's like I hear rats.
Twist, my baby honey twist, my baby honey twist.
Open your, open your, open your. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. I'll be anything but ordinary.
So, in the case someone's still watching, this is a very long video, because I have apparently made a lot of map parts over the years. I hope I got my point across. Animation, just like most other skills, is something that takes time and practice to grasp, and as I mentioned, while I'm very happy with the progress I've made, I'm still not done improving. I have made more content that is focused on improvement, and have put some cards on the screen, so you can check them out if you'd like. I hope you have a nice day. Bye!